Why did her words make an entire nation cry? Song Joong Ki's parents have finally broken their silence about their life in Italy, but it was a single heartfelt sentence from his mother that stunned fans and brought many to tears. What could she have said that was so powerful? Let's find out together right now on Red Carpet Revealed. We thought we'd find peace here, but some days the silence is too loud. With that single line, Song Joong Ki's mother broke the hearts of fans across the world. After months of near silence following their son's sudden move and marriage, the beloved actor's parents have finally spoken publicly for the first time. And what they revealed wasn't just unexpected, it was utterly heart-wrenching. A star's journey to a new beginning. When Song Joong Ki announced his marriage to British actress Katie Louise Saunders, and their relocation to Italy, fans were caught off guard. Though the couple had radiated happiness in public behind the scenes, not everything was as picture perfect as it seemed. Whispers of strained family ties, cultural adjustments, and an emotional distance between the actor and his homeland began circulating. The media speculated, but no one truly knew what the parents, the people who raised one of Korea's most iconic stars, felt about it all. Until now, a long awaited silence broken. In a rare and deeply personal interview aired through a quiet Italian Korean cultural segment, Mr. and Mrs. Song sat down in their modest home nestled in the Italian countryside. At first glance, everything appeared serene: blooming olive trees, vintage decor, and a garden that Mrs. Song lovingly tends. But then came the truth. We support our son. Mr. Song began, his voice steady but eyes weary. He's made choices for his future, and as parents, we must let him go. Then came the moment that stunned everyone. The words that shattered the calm. With tears in her eyes and her hands trembling slightly, Mrs. Song whispered, "We gave him the world, but we never expected to be left behind." The room fell into silence. Even the interviewer struggled to find words. The raw honesty of a mother's heartbreak, not from resentment, but from quiet longing, pierced through the screen. She continued, "I look at the photos of him as a child running through our garden, and I wonder, did we prepare him too well to leave us?" Her words, simple yet devastating, ignited an outpouring of empathy from fans online. Social media flooded with messages of support, hashtags like Song Joong Kai Mom and hashtag Heart of a Mother trending within hours. Life in Italy. A beautiful cage. Despite their sadness, the couple didn't express anger. Rather, their life in Italy seemed like a bittersweet escape, a place chosen for peace, yet filled with echoes of everything they left behind. "Sometimes I hear Korean on the streets," Mrs. Song said, smiling faintly. "Feels like home for just a moment." They shared details of their day-to-day life: morning walks, Italian lessons, tending to a small vegetable patch. Mr. Song volunteers at a nearby library. Mrs. Song has taken up baking, but beneath the soft joys there lingers an undeniable ache, one not just of distance, but of emotional separation. Joong Ki's response still silent. To date, Song. Joong Ki has not publicly responded to his parents' emotional interview. His team declined to comment, fueling even more speculation about the current state of their relationship. Some fans believe the actor may have been unaware of his parents' quiet suffering. Others question if the demands of fame and cross-cultural life have created a gap too wide to easily bridge. Fans react, a wave of emotion across generations. Within hours of the interview, Korean forums, international fan sites, and YouTube commentary channels exploded. Comments ranged from heartbroken sympathy to calls for reconciliation. "This reminds me of my own parents. We forget how much they give up for us." That one sentence from his mom, "I couldn't stop crying. I hope Jung Ki sees this and goes home just for a hug." The story has resonated far beyond celebrity circles, striking a universal chord about family sacrifice and the emotional cost of chasing dreams abroad. Following the emotionally devastating interview with Song Joong Ki's parents, especially the trembling voice of his mother whispering, "Did we raise him too well to need us anymore?" Something unexpected began to unfold. It started as a ripple, then a tidal wave, not just of sympathy but of reckoning. The airwaves Social media and entertainment programs across South Korea and beyond were flooded not with gossip, but grief. Real human, painful grief. Not from a broken marriage or a scandal, but from something far more universal, a mother's loneliness. And now the nation wanted answers. We raised Korea's son, and now Korea is responding from Seoul to New York. Fans and strangers alike couldn't stop replaying the image Mrs. Song seated in her quiet Italian home, gently caressing her son's baby sock with tears in her eyes. What was meant to be a gentle update on their life abroad had turned into an emotional reckoning for a generation about distance ambition and the cost of chasing success. The internet swelled with a single sentiment. This isn't just about Song Joong-ki. This is about all of us. Young professionals whispered about their own guilt for avoiding calls from their parents. Elderly viewers cried, seeing their own silent sadness reflected in Mrs. Song's trembling hands. Parents wrote open letters to their children inspired by her strength. On Naver, one comment received over 100,000 likes in less than 6 hours. He may be a star to the world, but to her, he's still just the boy who used to call out mom at night. Please go home. Media frenzy. But the son remained silent. As the video climbed to over 12 million views in 48 hours, reporters scrambled. Every major news outlet attempted to contact Joong-ki or his representatives. The response, no comment at this time. The silence was deafening. For some, this was a respectful pause, a moment of privacy amidst emotional exposure. For others, it felt like avoidance. One veteran journalist tweeted, even a simple, I love you, Mom, would have changed the tone. But we got nothing. It wasn't hatred that spread, it was disappointment. Clues in the quiet. A hidden rift. While the world waited for Jung Ki's response, former staff acquaintances and even anonymous insiders began to speak cautiously cryptically. A former manager stated, he's a kind soul, but he carries a lot of guilt. He sometimes avoids hard conversations rather than confront them. Another said, the move to Italy, it wasn't just for peace, it was to escape noise, maybe even family expectations. Rumors swirled that tension had been building long before the marriage, that the weight of fame, of expectations of needing to be Korea's perfect son, had slowly pushed him away from his roots. Was this the true cost of becoming a global icon? What we didn't see on camera and what broke us? More. 2 days after the interview aired, the program's director released a short behind-the-scenes statement. In it, he revealed a chilling moment that had been cut from the final broadcast. After the interview wrapped, Mrs. Song walked back into the living room, stood by the window, and whispered, sometimes I rehearse what I'll say if he surprises us with a visit. I say it out loud to myself so I won't cry in front of him. But I always do. There was a long pause. Then she added, even if it's just 5 minutes, I'd take it. That statement alone sent another emotional shockwave through the public. The public turns from sympathy to pleading. What began as a quiet heartbreak had become a movement, not of hate, but of longing. Fans began leaving flowers and handwritten notes outside Joong-ki's old elementary school. Hashtags like #come home, Joong-ki, and seat at the table awaits trended across Korean platforms. A mother in Daegu went viral for posting a video preparing a Sunday meal. For my son, who never visits anymore, she wrote, suddenly this wasn't just one mother's pain. It became the pain of millions of Korean families, divided by pride, distance, and silence.